Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Miss Phins Show. I am your host, Miss Phins. Welcome to the AFC EAST Show. Today, we're going to be discussing the whole AFC East standings, everything we need to know. It's crunch time. Holy smokes. Are the Dolphins really going to make the playoffs? Can the Patriots get the first overall first round bye? Are the Bills back or are they still bums? All these questions, we're going to talk about it. We're going to go over the last games. And we're also going to talk about the games coming up, ladies and gentlemen. So hit that like button for me. Hit that like button. Thank you very much. Okay. So give me 1 second. Let me get my headset right. There we go. There we go. Let's go. What? Hey. Shout out to everybody in the building. Thank you so much for coming through, guys. Hit that like button on your way in. Appreciate it. Oh, man. I'll tell you this, the AFC period, it is so interesting this year. It is so crazy. Nothing that we could have predicted, I feel like in the off season is really coming through, ladies and gentlemen. If you think about it, look, Kansas City might not actually make the playoffs. You got the Colts, Broncos, and Patriots shooting for the number one overall first round bye in the playoffs. I didn't predict that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I thought they'd be good, but I didn't. I mean, not the Patriots. Patriots came out of nowhere. I thought that they would solidly would be maybe like the third team or something. I was not expecting the Patriots to actually be this, but they are. They are. They absolutely are. Now you would think that after losing Tom Brady, that the Patriots were gonna be bums for a while. Man, they weren't that good for a couple years. Went through some up and downs, kept building their team, and now they're already back. This is so frustrating. As any fan in the AFC, forget even talking about the AFC East. I'm talking straight just AFC, period. This is so frustrating. And I know I'm not the only one, guys. I know I'm not the only one. But it is dang sure frustrating. I know that for a fact. Hit that like button for me, guys. Hit that like button. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming through, guys. Man. Let me go ahead and share my screen. I want to go over the games from last week. There were some doozies, man. There were some doozies. Not gonna lie. I straight up thought the Jets were gonna lose, but they somehow found a way to come back. And I didn't think the Dolphins would struggle as much as they did versus a far, far inferior team. But that's exactly what happened, which is super sad. It is super sad. I don't know what to tell you anymore. I personally don't think that the I'm trying to think we might not make the playoffs. And that sucks. But it's life. So let's go ahead and check this out. Let me share my screen real quick, guys. Tell me if you see this. I'm gonna start out with the Dolphins game because just every time I start with the Dolphins game, that takes the longest. So I'd rather do every other game and then get to the Dolphins game. Okay. Let me do it this way. Let me start out with the game that I know, unfortunately, my brother was a little upset, and that would be the Steelers game. So let's go to the Steelers Patriots game. Man, I meant Steelers Buffalo game. Sorry, I don't know what I was talking about. Let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen. Steelers should have won that game. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So let's go ahead and do this. Share my screen. There it is. There it is. Sorry, I'm just trying to get it. I'm on one on one screen, so it makes it a little bit harder to do this. Josh Allen sets career mark for rushing touchdowns by QB as the Bills mash the reeling Steelers 26-7. Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills came to Pittsburgh looking for anything really, to snap themselves out of a midseason lull that had robbed them of their swagger, not to mention their usual grip on the first place in the AFC East, according to the AP. This game was, of course, I watched it because, hey, it's the AFC. It's the Steelers. And if you may or may not know, this is my brother's favorite team, so I have to check out the Steelers. He loves the Steelers. He's a huge Steelers fan. That'll never change. So I had to see, I had to come and watch this game. If it wasn't for that, and there were a couple mistakes that Steelers made that absolutely the Bills took advantage of. What's up, Sean? Love, Miss Phins. Hope all is well. Thank you, man. Hey, dude, I gotta get you back in here, dude. I haven't seen you. I haven't seen you in a while, man. You gotta come through. I want you to. I want to see what you're up to. I don't know if you're still with. I think it's Nickel Mafia or something like that. Blue Nickel Mafia, I believe. Yeah, I gotta hear your takes, man. Anyways, thank you for showing some love. Well, you're a Bills fan. Were you happy about your performance? Tell me the truth. Tell me the truth. Me personally, I was frustrated the whole game. Now, it seemed like this game wasn't that far off for the Steelers to win, but again, the Bills, they did what they were supposed to do. Now, I will tell you this: Nick Bosa, man, way to get that strip sack from Aaron Rodgers. Obviously, we already knew. We already knew that Aaron Rodgers got injured, and that was going to be tough for him to hold on to the ball. Nick Bosa did what he was supposed to do. He took advantage of that like any other defensive player would or should be expected to, right? Um, but man, oh man, that right there, that was a pivotal, vital sign of the entire game, which I know for a fact was one of the most frustrating things to see. Absolutely one of the most frustrating things to see for sure. So whenever you have um Aaron Rodgers with an injured left wrist, I mean, he pretty much had it in like I won't say a cast, but it was more like a what is it, a brace maybe? Maybe like a flexible brace slash cast situation. You can tell he was grimacing. He couldn't be under center. It was really tough for him to hold a grip on that ball. Now, being a veteran quarterback, I expect him to secure the ball even more, especially knowing full well you don't have the full motion and control of your hands. But what are you gonna do? He clearly didn't think that it was that bad for him to be able to go ahead and do it. Well, he underestimated his ability because man, Bosa, he took advantage of that. What's up, Eddie? Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, it was close at one point, and then after that, it just kind of got out of hand for the Steelers. I mean, you can tell it was a very heavy defensive game. But I think if I have to give the game ball to any side of the ball, it has to be the defense for the Bills. The defense for the Bills has been the one that has been lacking for weeks. Heck, you could even say a couple years. But that defense for the Bills actually made it happen for them. Now, I didn't think this was going to be a heavily high scoring game, slinging, excuse me, left and right. But I did think that, the defenses would have to be impactful. And man, this was tough as it can be because right now, you see it, ladies and gentlemen. Steelers got that one touchdown. That one touchdown. And at the half end, of being 7-3, you're almost thinking, oh, snap. Okay, Steelers are running away with this. Because that Steelers defense kept the Bills in 2 quarters to 3 points. What wasn't expected was the fact that that strip sack that Bosa had, it completely shifted everything in this game. You don't even have to be a football fan. You can be just a regular Joe Schmo, and you can kind of tell, oh, that dude with the black jersey and the ball doesn't look, he looks a little hurt. Mason Rudolph came in, was a horrible factor for him. I mean, my goodness. Now, Jalen Warren, to me, he's a gem for the Steelers. I just don't understand why they really tried to go ahead and give him the ball and kind of run the ball, but it was not working. And when that strip sack happened, that ended up getting the fumble recovery. Man. Excuse me. It was huge. It was huge. Now the Bills are 10-7 in the third quarter, and it was just started. It just started. The second half just started. Keon Coleman with that 1 yard pass that I know he needed that because man, he had been trashed. He had been trashing and pretty much being non-existent for that offense. It was nasty work. Nasty work. What up, Aquavision? Welcome, JD the Great. Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Bills ran some play like over a dozen times. Exactly. And guess what? I mean, even TJ Watt said it at the end of the game, the post game. You can tell he was visibly frustrated because he's like, they kept running the same play and we just couldn't stop it. Now, any defensive player, if you ever played any sports, doesn't even matter what kind of sport it is. Honestly, at this point, it could be curling. And if you know Olympics, you know what I mean. And if an opposing team keeps running the same play, the same play, and you can't stop it, man, that is extremely frustrating. But you know what? That happens all the time in the NFL. But the dumb part about a lot of teams is like they stop running what the other team can't stop. So like, okay, we've done it for too much. No, you keep doing it until they stop you. Backup tight end was tossing water around. Yeah. I don't know what happened. I expected more from the defense for the Steelers, but man, and it wasn't like the Bills were not playing all that. Like the Bills had a mediocre, in my opinion, just purely just watching the game. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. It just seemed like a boring, mediocre, middle of the season kind of blood game by the Bills. The Bills weren't all that phenomenal. Oh my God, look at these 80-yard bombs or like these insane play. No, Josh Allen was a bomb. Absolutely pedestrian. It was not that great of a game. Now, with this, I will give him this. I gotta give him his props. Shout out to him. He had that 8-yard rushing touchdown, and guess what? That got him the 76 rushing touchdown for a quarterback, broke Cam Newton's all-time record. Good enough for him. Can we now start saying the truth about Josh Allen? The man is a running back that throws the ball, okay? And there's proof. There's 76 proofs of that, okay? I just want to go ahead and bring that into it. So you got Bills, you got Allen, 15 of 23, one touchdown, one interception. It's a bum game, 123 yards. Like, this is such a crappy game. Like, literally, it was such a winnable game by the Steelers. I'm very upset because in my theory, I need Bills to lose 3 more games. This was one of the games I was banking on them losing. But nope. Nope. And Rodgers couldn't come through. He had a bum game too. 10 of 21, 117 yards. Ugh. It's awful. Absolutely awful. What's up, Joe Riz? One of our awesome members. Bills losing in the wild card this year. Honestly, I could totally see that. I mean, them getting into the playoffs gives them a chance no matter what. They're a good playoff team. You can't deny that. As much as I can't stand them, they're still a good playoff team. But you're not about to gaslight me and tell me that this type of performance is going to get them far into the playoffs. Absolutely not. Not with a weak defense that just so happened to, have been, what's that word? Opportunistic. There you go. Opportunistic versus a team that clearly has some massive issues. Especially with that injury. I mean, honestly, is the Aaron Rodgers era finally ending? Because I mean, mm, mm, I don't know, man. Is it? Is he Aaron Rodgers? Era finally ending, man. Now I'll tell you this: you can't be playing like this and expect to win any playoff game. Josh Allen again being carried by the only thing that I keep telling Bills fans they must have if they want to win games, and that is James Cook pretty much doing everything. 144 yards rushing, 32 carries, no touchdowns in this one, low scoring. But more often than not, if he goes off, they're winning that game. Simple. You have to have a run game outside of your running quarterback. Your running back quarterback. Tomlin will finally be done. You you think this was the nail in the coffin? I mean, that was a massive injury that Rodgers got. You know what I mean? I don't know if that was the nail in the coffin. They still have a decent record. I mean, it's not like they're 5-11. You know what I mean? Receiving yards 33 with 3 receptions from Cook. Now the tight end for the Steelers is Mr. Washington. The man, I swear to you, he looks like he's 8 feet tall, 397 yards. I mean, pounds. He should be a lineman, but it's somehow a tight end. I don't know how. He's huge. I like him a lot. 45 yards, 2 receptions. That was the leading receiver. And Joey Bosa, like I told you, with that one very critical game shifting play. I mean, that's why he was brought there for, so he finally did it. Of course, I picked the Steelers. So frustrating. But take a look at this. Bills definitely won the yards battle. 372 to 166. Both had 2 turnovers. First down, Bills were having those extremely long drives. 26 first downs to 10. That's huge. Penalties were almost the same. 7 to Bills, 5 to the Steelers. It almost made it seem like the Steelers were kind of stuck. Actually, that's where that's what I'm feeling like. What the hell is this? What is this? Sorry, guys. I'm not sure what that was. You got Pittsburgh 6-6. They just handed Baltimore the division again. If they would have won this game, they would have been able to solidify themselves in the. They would have been half a game ahead of Baltimore and still been at the top. But we gotta see. It's kind of crazy. And then obviously Buffalo. I heard some Bills fans say we still got a shot at the division. Y'all are so cute, but you know what? I can't put it past anybody. Bills fans truly believe they still got a shot at the division. Good for them. Steelers will finish 9-8 and no playoffs, and all the Tomlin Seals will keep clapping their flippers because of winning record. Wait, is that for real, Aquavision? The fans were chanting "Fire Tomlin." I didn't hear that. Oof, I didn't hear that. If that's the truth, holy smokes, it's not good for him. It's not good for him. Definitely not good for him. But yeah, that is gonna be me, guys. I think I'm sitting right up here. I don't know, somewhere in this section, man. But I'm very excited. Gonna be there in 2 weeks. Let's go. Okay. Let's get to the next game. Next game. Next game. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Sorry, me. Oh. Oh. She's a beaut. She's a beaut. Okay. Start sharing this one. So next game we got, ladies and gentlemen, we got the Patriots. Let's talk about the Patriots, ladies and gentlemen. Hey man, they're pushing hard. Drake May, I think I heard on TV MVP. I was like, people stop, relax, and not put too much on him. I like Drake May, but you don't want to put too much on him. You know what I'm saying? Let's let him continue to develop. Drake May passes for 2 touchdowns. Becomes first. Oh, Patriots become first team to 11 wins, defeating Giants 33-15, led by Drake May and Marcus Jones. The New England Patriots become the first NFL team to reach 11 wins this season, according to the AP. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on. We got a new TV, and man, I think it kicked up a lot of dust. Give me 1 second, guys. Ooh, that was rough, but I got it. We're good. We're good. We're back. We're back, baby. Hit that like button, guys, for me, and lets everybody else know we're live. Please, please, please hit that like button. Thank you so much. Let's get through it real quick. It wasn't even a question. Patriots were dominating from the very beginning. I mean, I'll tell you this. Do I feel as confident as I did last year with the Eagles, where I saw the Eagles be the best team throughout the season? They had the most complete team, which is why I was very heavy on them. I'm like, I can't think of any other team that's more complete than the Philadelphia Eagles last year. Ended up winning the Super Bowl. This year, do I want to say that about the Patriots as far as like, do I feel like they're the most complete team? I don't think they're there yet. I don't think they're the most complete team. They still got some stuff that they got to work on. Mostly, I would say, and I know they got Christian Gonzalez back there, but I feel like their defense, they may need to work on it a little bit more. Now, Miss Phins, how can you say that? They kept the Giants to 15 points. I get it. I get it. I still don't see them as I did Philly. Like, I couldn't find holes in Philly's game last season. Like, nothing. It was kind of crazy. It was kind of crazy. But yeah, I still think that the Patriots, even though they may not be the most complete team, they're close to it. They're definitely close to it. Alcovision says, I know a bunch of Steelers fans, they want rookie quarterback in. I don't think Steelers fans understand what it means to have a rookie quarterback, y'all. Trust me, from a Dolphin fan. It doesn't always work. I know they see the Patriots. They're like, oh, see, we need a Drake May. I get it, but they don't exist like most fans want them to exist. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing when it comes to the fandom. This game was pretty. decided in that first half. But I have to commend the New York Giants for not giving up. Jackson Dart still try to make plays. And to me, that's always a good thing. That's always a good thing. You know what I mean? Young QB. They're both very young QB. I mean, Drake Mason his second year. Jackson Dart first year. Came off of an injury. Still put up 134, 17 to 24, one touchdown. Drake made 24-31, two touchdowns, 282 yards. Very comparable game. Like it was good. I like the fire. I feel like Jackson Dart is in the perfect location, and that is New York. His attitude matches the city, and it works. David Singletary, I will give it up to the Patriots defense, man. They were all over him. And there were some questionable calls by the Giants where, which reminds me, oh, I forgot what play. There was a play real quick for the Steelers Bills game that my brother and I were both yelling at the TV. It's like, what are you doing? Go 5 wide. Everybody knows you're gonna run the ball. This is at the goal line. And I believe that they didn't. I think that they went on. They definitely rushed the ball. I'm trying to think exactly what they did, but I'm like, why would you? You're gonna get stuffed. Like everybody and their moms know you're gonna run the ball. At least if you open it up, spread the defense, you give yourself an opportunity to do multiple things, even for the QB to run it in. But nope, they didn't do that, and the Steelers were stuffed as much as we pretty much said they would be. Trey Henderson for the Patriots, 67 yards, 11 carries. I really like him. I know Ramondre Stevenson is still the veteran. He's like, that guy for the Patriots, but Henderson has been so solid for the Patriots. It's kind of crazy that I didn't pick him up in fantasy. I'm actually highly upset about that, man. I am. It's frustrating. But it is what it is. The what do you call it? The Patriots, they're slowly but surely. I can't believe in 5 years. Bills, you suck, man. Our shot, we had it in 23. We did nothing with it. But you guys have had a shot every year for the last 5 years that the Patriots have been bums. And you bums really thought at the beginning of the season, oh, the 6th straight ownership of this division. You guys haven't done jack. You haven't even made the Super Bowl in that time frame. Crazy. Hunter Henry, 73 yards, 4 receptions. Darius Slayton, 41 yards, 2 receptions, 1 touchdown for the Giants. I do like that at least the Giants never gave up. And I did pick the Patriots because I just knew they were going to win. Now, total yards lean heavily for the Patriots. They also won a turnover battle, not turning the ball over. That has been a critical part of their success. They have way more first downs, 21-14. 1 less penalty, 3 versus 4. And we're pretty much even in percentage-wise when it came to third down. Patriots were able to get their fourth down when needed. Giants, they went 0 for 3 in fourth down. Now, I will give the Giants defense some credit. Patriots were in the red zone 5 times, and they only allowed 1 touchdown. That's pretty good. Being that the time of possession is +2 the Patriots, 33 to 26 minutes. I don't think that. I mean, even Jackson Dart, you can see him in the broadcaster was saying it. We're only down 2 scores. Now it would have been tough. That was at the beginning of the fourth quarter, but they still did it. What's up, delusional Patriots fan? Oh, now the Bills fans are coping by saying New England will be the first round exit. Well, I think Bills are gonna be the first round exit. I think Bills are gonna be one and done. If they make it, they're one and done. Now, what's the likelihood of them making it? Very big now. Unfortunately, which sucks. Which absolutely sucks. But what are you gonna do, right? This game overall kind of solidified the fact that we knew um where Patriots stood. I will tell you this though. They're probably gonna New York Giants are probably gonna have a top 3 pick for sure. If they come out here and they get protection for their young quarterback and actually do their smart move, they might actually be very beneficial. Um, they might actually make it happen for themselves. But the one thing I will say is, I don't know if I trust that front office. They did fire their head coach, then Brian Dable. That was a good first step. Now we gotta see what else they're gonna do that's gonna help them out as well. Hit that like button for me, guys. Hit that like button. Thank you very much. And obviously, you already know New England is number one in the division, AFC East. They're also number one in the conference as well, at 11-2. Ooh, ooh. What else? What other game I got? Where is it? All in all, good morning, Nadine. Patriots are a legitimate team this year, which is frustrating for the rest of the league. Kansas City looking like bums. I don't know what's going on in the NFC. That's like gonna go down to the wire. The AFC is wide open. Like this year in football, it's gonna be interesting to see what's gonna happen overall. The Giants have a solid young QB, running back, and wide receiver. Should be interesting to see how they build it. Yeah, they have a young core that they can definitely build upon in Scatterboo, Dart, and I forgot the receiver name. Now they need protection. Protection. They give them that. They should be good. They definitely should be good. Patriots. I don't know if Patriots are gonna go all the way to the Super Bowl, but they are putting themselves in a good. Malik Neighbors, you're right. Thank you for reminding me. But they are putting themselves in a very good position to actually make that happen. Good for them. Good for them. Let's go ahead and talk about the next game, which was the Jets. Jets, I said it. The Jets. New York Jets. They had a very interesting win, man. 27-24 versus the Atlanta Falcons, and it literally came down to the wire. Nick Foles' 56-yard field goal on final play lifts Jets to 27-24 win over Falcons. Nick Foles had already atoned for his first field goal miss of the season. With the game on the line, he kicked the New York Jets to a comeback victory. And I hope the Jets win a ton of games, except the one that we play them in, because that means it just keeps destroying their draft spot. So you keep winning, Jets. That first quarter, it was purely defense. Purely defense. But it got started, man. That second quarter, man. It was good. It was good. Shout out to Brees Hall, that 2 yard rushing yard touchdown. Tyler Algier with his touchdown too. In the second half, B John, whoever had B John was very happy with at least that a 5 yard touchdown from B John. Now I'll tell you this. The Jets were very smart to trade Sauce Gardner, who is currently, I believe, on the IR. He's out, or if not, he's out for the season, injured himself. But they just got 2 first-round picks and a player for him. A.D. Mitchell, he wasn't that good with the Jets, but then again, he only had like 1 day with them, so it wasn't really that much last week. This week, though, much better connection with his quarterbacks. Tyrod Taylor looking like a decent quarterback for them, a good bridge quarterback. That's what you want out of it. That's what you truly want. Kirko Chains, 21 of 33 for 1 touchdown, 234 passing yards. Tyrod Taylor, 19 of 33, 1 touchdown for 172 yards. Honestly, these are 2 veteran journeyman quarterbacks. Kirk Cousins, to me, is the greatest quarterback of all time when it comes to contracts. He's so smooth with it, man. People don't realize that the man has had. I'm convinced he's made $500 million and nobody's noticed. That's genius. If you want a very long, successful monetarily career, you follow Kirk Chains. Just saying. Just saying. What up, Cat in the Hat? Jackson Dart needs to learn to not be so aggressive. He's already suffered as many concussions as Tua. Yeah, but A.D. Mitchell has a problem catching the ball. He does have a problem catching the ball, but I think that's because of lack of chemistry with his quarterback. You know what I mean? I think with more time, I think that they'll definitely go ahead and be more successful. But you're not wrong about that whole, Jackson Dart needs to protect himself, like Scatterboo needs to protect himself. Yeah, you guys are too valuable for your teams to be out. You know what I mean? Availability is the best ability. Let's go ahead. 142 yards, 23 carries, 1 touchdown for Bijan on the ground. And Brees Hall, 68 yards, 19 carries, 1 touchdown. Solid game for him. They needed every yard from Brees Hall in order to get that win, man. I'm convinced. Mitchell with 8 receptions, a touchdown, and 102 receiving yards for the Jets. Kyle Pitts, senior tight end, 7 receptions, 82 yards. I just want to take a quick second. Why do I keep hearing Dolphin fans trying to bring Kyle Pitts? Stop. We don't use tight ends. But look at Waller. Look at what he's doing. We don't use tight ends. Come on, guys. Please. Okay. Yo, you know what's funny? I actually picked the Jets to win this game, and poof, the Jets won, baby. You see it there? Holy smokes. Over 400 yards. I mean, almost 400 yards for Falcons, 269 for Jets. Jets won the turnover battle by not turning the ball over. First down definitely leans towards Falcons. But these penalties, my God, these penalties are murdering the Jets. Any team in general, but the Jets specifically. They can't afford, they don't have a quarterback. They can't afford all these mistakes. Pre-snap. A lot of these penalties are preventable, and they need to work on that ASAP. Both teams pretty decent in the red zone. 3 for 3 for Falcons, 2 of 3 for the Jets. Time of possession leaned towards the Falcons, but Jets made it happen, man. Tampa Bay right now is leading the NFC South, Carolina's right behind them, half a game behind them. And Atlanta is 4-8. Atlanta is probably going to end up having a top 12 pick. Not too shabby for them. Now, look at this. New York Jets, 3-9. Congratulations, Jets and Jets fans. You got some wins in you. You're probably picking top 10 in the draft this upcoming, year. I want to check it, and it's a consistent issue. Really? Okay. Cool. Overall, Jets are still bombs. We play them next. I'm very excited because I think this is gonna be a fun game to watch. Seeing how it'll be my first time in the Meadowlands, so excited about that. Let me go to the last game. I gotta just talk about them just because they're here. And they are part of the AFC. That will be the Miami Dolphins, ladies and gentlemen. We should not have at no point should this have been a close game. This is such a frustrating game. Why am I in play-by-plays, bro? Such a frustrating game. But one of the highlights right here, Achan rushes for 134 yards and a touchdown to help the Saints edge Saints 21-17 for third straight win. When the Dolphins needed a big play Sunday, their defense delivered, and that's 1000% true. Rare that we win a game where we don't score in the third quarter, but we did somehow. Oh, it's because we got that. What is that thing called? A pick two? That's phenomenal. But there is one major thing we gotta talk about. Tyler Shook had a much, and I mean way better game than Tua Tagovailoa in his 6 years. 239, 26 and 38, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception for Shug. 12 of 23, 1 interception, 157 yards. He looked pedestrian. Holy crap. Backups look better than him. Bro, he looked worse than a practice squad QB. And I'm like, oh my God. We're about to have the most expensive backup quarter. We already have the most expensive backup quarterback in the league. It's just that because we have such a tailored offense for him, it's the only reason why anything works. Whenever they do work, it works because it's tailored for him. Neal for the Saints, 47 yards, 14 carries. Darren Waller, 2 receptions, 47 yards. Sad that he's the only receiver, even though he's a tight end. Only 47, and he led the receiving team, the receiving core. That's crazy to me. Vele, 8 receptions, 1 touchdown for the Broncos. I gotta give it to Jordan, man. I see him in his commercial with his mom. Super cute. 2 sacks. Chop Robinson. I mean, this is probably the first time all season that I'm like, oh, he's still in the team. 1.5 sacks. Good for him. Good for him. Oh, look at that. I picked the Dolphins. Total yards practically the same. Turnovers, we won that battle. We only had 1. They had 2. Let's be honest. There were 2 more interceptions that should have been. One of them for sure should have been cashed. The other one, they just refused to acknowledge. First downs plus for the 4 plus for the Saints. Penalties, I will say, shout out to the Dolphins. Only 3 penalties. Not that good, but still decent. Exactly the same for third down. Same for fourth down completion. Red zone, 2 of 2 for Saints, 0 of 2 for For the Dolphins, time of possession was practically the same. There's nothing you can tell me that's not gonna be interesting. Now, where is it? The AFC, ladies and gentlemen. The AFC right now, it's in a very critical position. Oh, sorry. I need to reset this. My bad. New England 11-2. They're just about to go on their bye week this week, followed by the Broncos, who just had their bye week. Yo, but Jacksonville right now 8-4. That's crazy. That's crazy. Can you imagine like a Jacksonville Lions Super Bowl? Like I feel like NFL and the old school NFL community would be the ones winning. Now I'm gonna be biased and say I would want Jacksonville to win, so that way all three Florida teams have Lombardi trophies, but that'd be kind of crazy. Ooh, didn't realize the time. Let me finish this real quick. Wild cards right here. Right here. Colts, who were number 1, but man, they've been going on a little slide. They slid down to 6. Every single wildcard team is 8-4. That's interesting. Let me see. By the way, if you didn't know, the Dolphins really are in the hunt. If Pittsburgh loses one more game, and so does Kansas City, and we win, we'll be the 9th seed. These two will drop back down. We're only literally, 3 games away from wild card? I love it. I love it. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Just want to talk to you a little bit about the AFC, obviously. In the AFC EAST Show. Much appreciated. I think that it's interesting. This division, man. You would have thought, oh, well, the Bills definitely thought, the Bills fans, they thought, oh, we're gonna roll through in our 6th banner racing year and win the division again. Ooh, that didn't age well because the Patriots are like, hold my beer, sir, ma'am. And look at where they're at. It's gonna be very interesting, but the next games that these 3 teams have, you've got the Dolphins going into Jet Stadium this Sunday, 1:00 on CBS. You've got the Patriots on a bye week, and then you've got Cincinnati going into Highmark Stadium, 4:25 p.m. on Fox this Sunday. Guys, if the Bengals beat the Bills, oh, that means I'll only need, like 2 more losses after that, which I think they'll lose to the Patriots and they'll lose to the Eagles. I think that's kind of solid plan. Man, they really needed to lose to the Steelers, but they didn't. It's frustrating. It is what it is. Shout out to everybody in the building, guys. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, let everybody else know. Come check us out. Obviously, we're trying to get to 2,000 subs, and we can only do that with you. I gotta skedaddle, guys. I love you. Thank you so much. Take care. Friday's gonna be tough because I'm going to be flying to New York Friday morning. So I don't know if I'll be able to do a show from the airport, but if I can, I will. I just want to preemptively let you know of that. Tomorrow we might have to do the game preview just to make sure, in case I don't, if I'm not able to do it on Friday. Friday I gotta fly in, deal with this cold weather. Now they're saying it's gonna snow. I'm like freaking out. I'm a Floridian, guys. I don't know how to deal with the snow or the cold like that. I don't. We only get like 1 week a year, man. Maybe in a couple days drizzled here and there. We don't do cold. Oh, God, scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. Pray for me. Pray for me. Anyways, guys, I appreciate y'all. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Hopefully, I can get up by 8. Make that happen. But give me between 8 and 8:15. We'll get the show started. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Take care. And we'll see you tomorrow. Oh, wait. No, wait. Tonight. It's Wednesday, right? Tonight. We got League Wide Wednesday. Myself and Mr. Color Commentary. Come check us out 8 p.m. tonight. Thank you very much. Take care. And mwah. See you tonight. And then tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.